Time to pod, Jay, or what?
Yes, sir.
What episode we on, Jay?
139. Bro.
Oh, you only know that because I just did the Instagram post.
Yo,
dog.
that's the
I'm
only
checking
reason.
You, bro, checking you. Do you write it down on the way to the pod?
No.
Johnny's going to pull. Listen, you should.
I probably should, bro.
You should, dog.
But
you're not getting any younger,
sometimes
Jay.
I have to do the research to make sure I say
Episode
the right
139?
episode.
Do you go back and look at the thumbnail?
I do.
Ah, see, I like that. Really, though, I'm about to make a confession right here, Jay. For you and for the entire audience.
What's up?
It's really me that forgets. So if I blame you and you know what it is, then I never forget what episode we're on, dog.
Yep.
But today is a good episode, and I'm going to just intro this out the gate before we start talking about crazy shit on a Sunday. You are now tuned in to Respect the Connect. I'm your humble, gracious, and highly favored host, Johnny James, and I'm back with a few of my nearest and dearest. JJ Travs in the building. What's cracking, Jay?
Posted today, dog.
Posted. Landwords is in the building. What's popping, Landwords?
It's popping like over Red
Orville
Bakken.
motherfucking Randy Bakken. And as you can see, we are joined by a very special guest. Kate Gerwin's in the building. Episode 139. Make some motherfucking noise.
Yes.
Pull it up.
See that shit? It's almost like I've been doing this for 139 episodes.
138.
138? 139?
Yeah. Give or take.
One of them? See how it was Jay. Jay fucked it up.
Yep.
Just AI the right shit in there. Right?
All double. It would be a double over. So
Like an
one-
Asian double,
Yeah.
right? Or like the Power Rangers. Y'all remember
Yes.
the weird, horrible overdubs of the Power Rangers?
I'm more of a Voltron age.
Yup.
Yeah.
That's the
Sorry.
No, it's true though.
Right?
That's the separating factor.
Definitely.
Y'all
Yeah.
had Voltron.
Yeah, we got
right?
Voltron.
We had
Come
the
on.
Megazords.
I don't even know what that
I don't
is.
I
Yeah,
don't
well, it
either.
was whenever, okay,
Nah.
Voltron was when they all got
They all
together.
come
and they
together
were,
and they're
okay.
like,
so the
boom.
Megazords
Yeah.
is when the Power Rangers all came together and did the.
Oh, that's what they
Yeah.
called it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But the Voltron, that was cartoon, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Ours wasn't.
Yeah.
Ours was live action, dog.
You know
I
they
thought they were
stole. You know
cartoons.
Power Rangers stole that from. I think it was like a really old Japanese. Fucking cartoon thing.
I mean, that checks.
They
does
stole
kinda check.
it and they used the same fucking like.
Hold on, they stole the actual
they
footage?
stole it, yeah, and they just made it American.
Yo, that's crazy. Leave
Yeah.
it to the Merca to say, hey, you was doing this before? This is mine now, right? That's like walking into somebody's house and be like, yeah, I know this was your house. This used to be your TV. Guess what, motherfucker? This is my couch. This is my TV now. What? I'll give you some land in the back.
I was going to say, is anyone going to say land back? Or
I'll give you some land in the backyard, dog. Set up a tent. I'm not saying that happened, but I'm not saying that didn't happen, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah.
See, you never know where we're going to start here, Kate. Like, you really don't. We can start with the Power Rangers, or we can start with current events, right? Yeah. We got some crazy current events. So I don't really know where we'll go with one of the current events, but let's kind of jump off the ledge. Well, that's probably a poor choice of words. So the kidnapping of, what's the lady's name? Do you remember? What's her name?
Nancy.
Nancy what?
Guthrie.
Guthrie. Okay. I don't know if you've seen this. I hadn't seen it.
I'm unaware.
I was unaware too.
Right.
I have to be more aware because people expect us to talk about some of these things. So unfortunately, I have to read things that I don't really want to read. I spent way too much time in them fucked up files. If I never have to see another one, I'll be happy. Yeah. But this lady, 80 years old, was kidnapped about 2 weeks ago from her home. And the kidnappers are asking for $6 million in Bitcoin. Fucking crazy.
But so, not to say that everybody's not valuable, but why $6 million for this 80-year-old woman?
That's the question.
Her daughter is one of the main like news anchors for like the nightly news or what is it, CBS or something like that?
One of them.
ABC.
ABC?
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, Ken, you better check your facts, dog, because someone's cooking you in the fucking comments the other day, dude. Whoever said that shit don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Yeah.
I almost tagged Ken. I was like, yeah, Ken, dog, you better
They
check
on
what
you.
the fuck
They fact checking you,
You better
bro.
fact check this shit. If you're going to be Jamie, Ken, you better not just fucking Google shit on Fox News, all right, Ken? You better stay out of the Fox News search engine, my guy. I will not. So, okay, 6 million, right? So I guess about 2 weeks ago, around like 1 o'clock, the ring alarm went off, okay? And then the pacemaker disconnected from her house.
Okay.
And they found blood by the door. And then they contacted the family and said, yeah, we got her. We need $6 million in Bitcoin if you want her back. And now it's been 2 weeks, and there's still been no sign, no nothing. I don't know if they've attempted to pay. But see, that's the question that people are posing here. And that's the question in my mind. Okay, she's 80. And listen, I hope she's returned. Clearly. Perfectly fine. Mm-hmm. The question becomes here, do you pay the $6 million of untraceable Bitcoin without proof of life?
No, but also, like, okay, so this is clearly public news. Uh-huh. So FBI's involved. Mm-hmm. Government's involved. People know. So it's just because we don't know doesn't mean there's not shit going on.
True.
Investigations, tracking.
There's a lot they're not telling us.
There's other things. But there's also, to me, just hearing from being introduced to this now, like, you don't go take an 80-year-old lady and ask for $6 million without there being layers and layers of things, right?
But without knowing that the possibility of actually attaining the $6 million is realistic.
Right, like, True. Not everybody's kids have $6 million to pay for their mom. Mm-hmm. So why do they have $6 million? Why is it $6 million? And why would this person hold this much clout to be able to, there's missing people in New Mexico. There's missing people all over this fucking country. So why is this that important?
I agree. And some of the conspiracy theories, which with all the stuff coming out over the past fucking year and a half, I'm going to stop using that goddamn word. Please. Because it's not a conspiracy anymore.
No.
I'm going to start getting my news from people that are wearing aluminum hats. Legit. We need an aluminum hat network, dog.
There you go.
Oh, there is.
Off the grid.
The ALN.
There is.
Oh, my God. That's true.
I don't know where it is, but it's out there. It's there.
Someone pull me up for a podcast because I want to be a fly on the wall. Because they were trying to say these motherfuckers were crazier than shit. Now it's coming out. They weren't even crazy. They hadn't even scratched the surface of how crazy this shit has went, right?
Right.
So in that vein, I guess her daughter was the first person to interview the Epstein survivors. Boom. That's another one.
That's kind of a connection. Like, that's
something.
What's wild to me here, right, with, there's so many wild things, but I feel like us in New Mexico, we should be more fucking up in arms over this shit. Like,
especially because what was here.
Yeah, it was right down the motherfucking street. Yeah. And nobody's even talking about it. And the fact that the lady lived in Tucson. So Tucson isn't far. Tucson's a fucking 6-hour drive. It's this whole southwest quadrant. Why are these fucking weirdos down here? What the fuck are they doing? And why are we not all deciding, hey, let's go for a fucking day trip to that fucking ranch?
So I have a friend that does photography, drone stuff, and he was telling me that he recently moved here from Arizona, didn't know what was out there. It was just out there filming New Mexico, pretty sunsets, blah, blah, blah. He's like, yeah, I'm out there with my drone. I'm out in the middle of New Mexico. Like 3 black cars, and this is not too long ago, 6-8 months ago. 3 black cars come up, and they're like, "Why are you droning out here?" And he's like, "What do you mean? Like, what am I?" What? And he's like, "You can't do that here." And he's like, "Okay, like why?" And he's like, "This is private property." And he left, kind of like, all right, like some weird, maybe it's where they have some missile silos or something. We know we have bombs all over the freaking place here.
Yep.
And he leaves, and he goes and looks, and he's like, "Oh.
That's why.
That's someone's property."
Yeah.
And it was Epstein's property in Mexico. Yeah, he had no clue. But he was like, I didn't know what the fuck was going on. He's like, they were like, you need to get the fuck out of here now.
So you remember how right before COVID, everybody was like, we're going to fucking bum rush Area 51.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
Why ain't nobody organized a fucking, a massive fucking walkthrough of the Zorro Ranch? Why ain't we all stood up and said, you know what? Fuck this. What's going on over there?
Probably the same reason why it's being hidden in other places. There's some powerful people who probably don't want their name.
For sure. Redacted.
Yeah.
Redacted.
Redacted poorly.
Redacted. half that shit was redacted.
Yeah, of course.
So what really fucked me up with the situation, and I didn't mean to start here, but here we fucking are, right? They're like, when you have a guest, you don't have to just interview them about their entire life and tell me your fucking social security number. Let's talk about some topics that are going down. So here we are, right?
I'm an open book. Like, I'll talk about shit.
Let's go. So what really fucked me up is, what was the lady that was, it was Congress, or she's a senator, or who's the lady that they were having? What's her
Bondi?
name?
Blondie?
Yeah, Blondie.
Yeah.
Is that her name?
No.
Bondi.
Bondi the Blondie.
Yeah.
Bondi?
Yeah.
Okay. So watching that was pretty fucking despicable.
Yeah.
In my opinion here. Because the survivors are all there, and this bitch won't shut the fuck up about the stock market.
She didn't acknowledge him at all.
What the fuck? That's crazy work. Like, we're supposed to be like, yeah, these fucking weirdos that are running the world are doing all this crazy shit, but fuck yeah, Apple's up. What the fuck?
I seen this post where it said, as soon as I realized Pam Bondi is Trump's Maxwell Ghislaine,
Yo.
it started making sense.
White women are really, really good at protecting the system.
Yo.
They're crazy, right?
It's true.
Hey, that was bars.
I can say this of white women. I'm just saying, but
Yeah.
they're really, really good at protecting the hierarchy of, acting under the guise of feminism, but really just protecting the system of white supremacy. To be honest, I mean, if we're gonna go deep,
We need a guest spot for you on this pod.
See?
So I ain't got to take all the heat for saying it.
It's always,
no, I mean, yes,
It is what it is.
It is what it
Yeah,
is. Like, I see it. It's a
yeah.
systematic thing. I tell people all the time, like, as we grow and we get older, hopefully we check ourselves. I was part of the system at one point. I was part of things that I didn't understand. I remember, and this is in my world, I remember bartenders would come to me 10 years ago, women, and be like, oh, this chef did this, or this guest did this, or like, I was grabbed, and I'd be like, oh, you got to be tough to be in this industry. You got to be one of the boys. Like, you got to toughen up. You got to have thick skin. This is what we do. It was like a badge of pride. And now I look back on that and I'm like, I didn't stand up for women. I didn't go to the men and go, you need to stop this shit. This isn't right. I told women they needed to change in order to fit in the system.
Right.
And it's a really small incremental comparison to what this is, but we get brainwashed in this idea that, oh, I'm good enough to be a part of this. I'm good enough, and they recognize me, and they say the powerful people see me, so I need to protect that.
Yeah.
And instead, we're telling people that they have to change instead of telling the system that it needs to change. And it becomes just a mind fuck of a cycle. And then you hopefully learn, step outside, do some traveling, get outside your own perspective, and you're like, fuck, I'm part of the problem. Like, I'm part of this system that is basically catering to these people who have now total control, and I've handed them everything, and I'm their little pawn. I'm literally walking around like, oh, you got to be tough like me in order to be good. That's not true. That needs to change. The system needs to change. But we get confused and we get brainwashed.
Feminists hate women. They don't see it the way people who actually love women see it.
It's very true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's-
And that's how you get a Ghislaine Maxwell, even, co-conspirator, being the setup. Because that's what they would do. They would get wood on one person or one woman, and then it's like, well, it could just be you, or you could go find a friend, and,
it's the
and
like,
they would
shut
have
up.
female recruiters and all that shit.
It's
crazy.
like, look, I'm a female. Shut up and play the game.
I'm safe.
Yeah.
Because and that was me. It was like, well, I can handle it.
Yeah.
Like, I can brush it off. I shouldn't have to brush it off, and neither should they. And I look back and I'm like, fuck, there was some talented ass women that probably didn't feel that they belonged and left and decided to do something else. And my industry missed out. My world missed out because I was telling them that they didn't belong. Feminism isn't always intersectional. It's not always meant for everybody.
It's crazy. And even like you said, like, it's a small part of a huge problem, but all those small things add up to it being acceptable.
Yeah.
People thinking, oh, that's just, I can't stand it. That's just how it is.
But it's locker room talk, or
Right.
it's boys will be boys,
just
or
how it is.
Well, there's hey, women love him. Like, there's all these women, they support him. Black people love Trump.
Yeah.
Latinos love Trump.
It's okay.
It's okay.
He could grab him by the pussy because they love him.
But it's okay.
100%. And then you get conditioned to think that that type of shit is okay.
Yeah.
Like you think like, okay, let's go back. We're still on these fucking weirdos with the fucking weirdos. That's in any sense of using a larger word, because it's more than just fucking weirdos. It's weirdos and sickos, right? Go back to like the era of the Elvis Presleys and the Jerry Lee Lewises, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like it was acceptable behavior
Yes.
for these dudes to take a fucking 13, 14-year-old bride. Like, what the fuck? But it wasn't looked at as like, damn, that boy Elvis out here with a little kid.
No.
It was looked at like, they're in love. Like, when you're 13, 14 years old, you don't even fucking know.
No shit.
Like, the only love you should really know is the love of your parents. And if your parents thought it was cool that you were with this fucking predator, then what is being passed down here?
Yeah.
Like, what's being accepted and looked at as acceptable behavior? Because even, I ain't going to say nobody's name, just throw nobody on the bus, but even when I was, like, in high school, I had homies that were, like, 25, 26, that were on some, like, weirdo shit. Now that I look back, but back then, people didn't look at it as like, that's some weirdo shit. They're looking at it like, oh yeah, shit, you know homie Jeffrey, 26, gets all the bitches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They might be from fucking high school, but he's got them all.
They in the 10th grade.
Like that Matthew McConaughey, right? On one of my favorite movies, on
Dazed and
Dazed and
Confused.
Confused.
When he says, you know what I like about these high school women?
Yeah.
I get older, they stay the same.
They stay the
age.
same
And we
age.
laugh at that, though. Like,
Exactly.
I laughed at it.
Yeah,
We thought it was funny.
because back then, in our eyes, that was
Norm.
acceptable, normal behavior.
Yeah.
When realistically, buddy, what the fuck? No. Like, even now, like, I'm 40, right? Even thinking about, like, a 21-year-old, that's, what the fuck are we going to talk about, dude?
You're not.
What are we going to talk? Playboy Cardi? What the fuck's going to happen here? TikTok trends?
You're not.
Yeah.
We're going to do a TikTok dance together?
Nah.
She's probably just talking to me because I'm on TikTok anyways and she wants to get famous. But there's a disconnect there. And when I've, now as I've attained levels of success that I didn't really fathom, and I've ended up in rooms with people that I didn't expect to be in rooms with, right? It's a part of that culture that is looked at as acceptable. These dudes in these positions of power are showing you these pictures of their look at my latest conquest. She's fucking 23. I'm 75. They're showing me these pictures like it's a fucking Ferrari.
Yeah.
And in that culture, they think it's cool. That's how they validate, like, I'm fucking powerful. Look at me. And in my culture, I'm looking at the dude. I'm like, ugh, dude, you're 78, my guy. You're a fucking grandpa. What the fuck is going on here, buddy?
Yeah.
The thing that I am hopeful for, and I think as we get older, as we get smarter, and honestly, as a society, as we get more intelligent and we evaluate the world, is that culture can change, and the people that are growing, and like, we're the ones that are changing it. So yes, human behavior is hard to change, right? And people will sit back and go, well, that's how it used to be. That was a better time, or this or that. But when you look at the generations, and this is where I'm hopeful, like I have a 19-year-old daughter. I look at my daughter and I look at the future generations, and I think to myself, and I hope to frickin' God, that it's these conversations that we're having that the other people hear about, and then they go, no, this isn't, and this is how it changes, and it happen as fast as we want it to, but hopefully it fucking changes. And if we are persistent in using our voice and using our platform and talking about things and being open and hearing everyone's perspective, because as soon as we shut people down, that's when the clashing starts. We can't do that. Trust me, as someone who's stood on our soapbox a million times and said, you're wrong and you're this, unless you're open to have real hard conversations and dialect, we're not gonna affect change. And the goal is to change this shit. We can talk about what happened in the past all we want. It's how do we make sure that people understand that this is the times and they're changing, and it's okay to change. It's okay to be accountable. It's okay to be like, yeah, man, I fucked up.
100.
Because if you don't believe that you're problematic, you need to look at every single fucking person is problematic, and everybody will fuck up in community spaces. And we have to give people the chance to fuck up and be problematic. We also just have to give them a chance to be vulnerable enough to be accountable for it.
Because
we can't cancel people anymore.
They're never going to change.
Well said.
Well said.
Like, we can't.
For sure.
Because then you just get defensive. Because then you're thinking about your future and your family and your livelihood, and you're like, well, now I have to just defend myself.
And you can't learn from the mistakes that were, like, for example, that's a good, you made me think of everybody who's making fun of Kanye on his whole apology tour, right? Okay? And he said,
don't get me wrong, I got some issues.
Yeah,
right?
Like, he said and did some shit.
Like I'm definitely in the, like, go fuck yourself camp.
For sure.
However,
you see him come out now and say, look, Kanye's done some stupid shit. Shit that there's no way you can. So, okay. All in one situation. Someone can fuck up, admit they fucked up. That doesn't mean I have to forget that you made that fucked up mistake. I'm not going to forget it.
Right.
Now, can we move on amicably together? There's a possibility there. But just because you said I'm sorry doesn't mean I forgot that you were on some fuck shit.
you don't have to forget. You can course correct, but you also have to. It has to be actionable.
For sure.
It can't just be like, oh, I'm so sorry. Oops.
And then you go do the
like,
shit
okay,
again.
now
Yeah.
put some
Yeah.
effort behind it. What are you doing to change other people's opinion? If you really believe that you fucked up,
Yep.
what are you doing to help the cause now?
For sure.
I want some action behind that shit.
And not just an apology. And that's where the actual change comes. Like when you see
Right.
someone fuck up and they make every effort, actionable effort, to fix that, to course correct, right?
Yeah.
Like I just got finished reading the Shoe Dog, the Nike, Phil Knight's memoir.
Haven't read it.
It's fucking amazing. Especially as an entrepreneur. Got it. I'll even lend it to you. if
Yeah,
you
no,
need it.
I love. We've talked books. I love reading.
He talks about how, like, towards the end of the book, he talks about how the factories, everybody, us especially, we associate Nike with fucking little kids sewing the shoes, right?
I mean, I'm a sneakerhead, and
Yeah.
I have a room full of Nikes, and I understand the problematic.
Exactly.
I mean, I totally do.
He talks about it, and he said, look, we fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, we lost sight of the ball, and I've spent the past 20 years trying to course correct
Right.
and fix what was fucked up down there. Now, did I do all the research and make sure that the course was corrected? No, but I read the book, and he sounds like he knew that it was a mistake. He knew that it was up to the higher ups to fix it. And from the sounds of it, because I haven't seen no other CBS or Dateline shit of the kids in the sweatshops, they course corrected.
Course corrected.
It's actionable.
We do have to give people room to be messy humans.
Got to give them grace.
Like we're none of us are walking around with a halo. Let's be real.
It's true.
We have to give each other grace. Otherwise, I think we're all hypocrites at that point in time. Now, you got to hold people accountable. I get it. I'm
sure.
not saying walk around the world causing harm and then being like, oh, I'm sorry. That's not it either. But
Yeah.
if we don't start the cancel culture, the you're done, like if we don't stop that stuff, we're never going to make progress.
You're not going to learn.
No.
Like you said, you're just going to be worried. Like, oh man, they're going to take my.
They're going to take
house.
everything.
They're gonna take everything.
I'm not going to have a job. I'm not going to be able to get a job. No one's going to look at me. No one's going to talk to me.
My career's ruined because I got drunk one night
Yep.
and fucking sent a risky text. Or
Shame is
was,
huge.
I was doing something. Shame is.
Yeah, shame is
Oh my god.
massive thing in this world.
I was talking about this.
We need more.
Or in certain places, yes. In other places, no. Right? Like when we talk about religion, right, and we start getting into the spiritual, and we talk about that right there, right?
Okay.
Here we go. So I was raised Catholic, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm very spiritual. I 100% believe. There's no way you can convince me that this is all accidental fucking.
See, I'm spiritual, but organized religion and me are
Is.
not
Woo!
friends.
Nope, me
we
neither.
we don't play in the same sandbox.
Especially when I completely opened my eyes to what they did to Yeshua. When I completely opened my eyes to who Jesus was and what they did to him, and I still wear my crucifix.
Yeah.
Why? Because it reminds me. It reminds me that he didn't come to die for our sins. He came to teach us how to wake up. Be me. The kingdom of heaven is within you, within you, within you. And when the organized religion church people heard this hippie walking around telling people you're as powerful as I am, you can fix it all, they said, hell nah, dude. And they used that. They crucified him, and they used that shame to make all of us. It's a shameful thing, right? Instead of, they're like, yep, he came here to die for your sins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? I ain't sinned yet. I'm fucking 2. I didn't tell him to come down here and die for my sins because he didn't die for your sins. He died for their sins.
Yeah.
He died so they could push the narrative of shame on the people at a young age. Mm-hmm. And when that's indoctrinated at such a, you can't, it's so hard to leave it. This Catholic guilt's still with me, and I haven't been to church in fucking 30 years. Mm-hmm. It worked. When you get them young, it worked.
Shame is a powerful tool.
When you get them young.
We use it in every aspect.
For sure.
People at work, social media, clicks, likes, dislikes, sharing, calling people out, calling people in. It's all a form of shame control.
Shame and guilt. That's how they got you. See, we started heavy. Now we're lighting it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Kate.
Hi.
When did you start bartending? Well, I don't even want to call it bartending because what you do is more than bartending.
No.
Right?
People say this all the time. People will be like, "Oh, you're a mixologist." I'm not a mixologist. I don't even know what that word means. I study mixing.
Yeah, you do.
What it is people try and say, okay, well, bartending was just this, but we need a new word for people who are better at it. I'm a bartender. Uh-huh. I will always be a bartender. Bartender is hospitality. Bartender is caring about people, creating community spaces. We make cocktails, knowing about the history of these things. Bartending is bartending, and uh-huh. I don't need to be called anything else. I own a bar. You're not entrepreneur. At heart, I'm a bartender, and I always want to be considered a bartender. Bartending has been one of the best careers since pre-Prohibition. Mm-hmm. Bartenders used to make more than the president during Prohibition. I think it's an incredibly honorable craft. I love what I do, and I don't want it to be classified in this is a bartender at the local dive bar, mm-hmm. and this is a bartender at Happy Accidents, and this one's better than this one. We all do a different form of what we do. I love my craft. I am obsessed with what I do in the industry I'm in. I'm a bartender.
I love hearing that because I grew up in a bar.
As many people did.
I did. Yeah. I grew legit. The smell of stale beer and Clorox makes me feel, and bleach makes me feel like I'm at home.
Yeah, bars are. I do a lot of traveling. I love churches, not because of organized religion, because I love the energy inside the building of a church. Mm-hmm. It's where people go to mourn. It's where people go to celebrate. It's where people go to get married, baptize. All this energy happens within these walls of this church. And to me, I'm very much in the energy field. I walk into a church and I think hundreds of years of energy and people just coming to this one centrally located place to just feel. And if you're not religious, where do you go to do those things?
The bar.
The bar.
Strip club.
Strip it.
I like a good strip club.
I don't like a good strip club. Now, a bad strip club, that's a different story.
I just recently had this conversation. We're going to set it to the side because I don't mind talking about the stripping aspect. The club I went to, I was like, is this what we got?
Oh, yeah.
But anyway.
Nah, you weren't at Knockouts, were you?
No, babe. Hell no. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Anyway, to me, bars are the same thing, right?
Yeah.
You're depressed and you don't want to be alone, you go to a bar. You want to celebrate with your friends, you go to a bar. You want to watch the sports game, you go to a bar. You want to celebrate your anniversary or whatever, you go to a bar. These are all places that have cultivated social gathering. Mm-hmm. And after COVID and, the new generation, I don't know if you've what's the newest generation? I can't remember, the Zs or
Gen
whatever.
Z.
They did the Gen Z stare. Have you heard of this thing?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So I didn't know it was a thing.
It's a thing.
And then my bartenders are talking about it. And then I'm in the bar and I'm like, oh my God, it's a thing. So there's this thing called the Gen Z stare where you go and you talk to someone in Gen Z and they go,
they do.
And I'm not even kidding you. So I'm in the bar and I'm like, hey, how you guys doing? You been here before? Have you seen the menu? And they're like, and you're like,
Are you alive?
Yeah,
Hi.
they need to like text
No,
you.
but
or
that's
send
it.
you.
They're like, where's the QR code? And you're like, oh man.
Jeez.
And that I worry. Like, I used to tell people that I think during COVID, everybody was like, well, what are you going to do? Hospitality, like, you know, what? And I used to say that bartending is one of the most secure industries in the world. During Prohibition, bartenders thrive, right? During the Great Depression, people were drinking because that's what you do when you're depressed. You want to be social. And then COVID hit, and people are like, are you going to pivot? And I'm like, no, my industry will, we will still make it because people need society. People need to feel that sense of connection, and people go to bars for that. That's what we do. Like, where do you go? You go to a bar, you go to a restaurant, you go to a place of hospitality. And then COVID hit, and now I see the younger generation and the disconnect, and I'm like, oh fuck. Like, there's nothing. It's just this like blank, non-communicative. Now, I don't think that's the end all be all. I don't think that's where we're going. I don't think it's going to continue. People need human connection. We have to have it. I just think that's where we're in this era of a lot more mental health issues, a lot more medication, a lot more distance, and a lot more of this cancel culture because people don't have in-face conversations. It's really easy to get mad at someone, to lecture someone, and to connect with someone via keyboard, via thumbs. But when you have a face-to-face conversation, it's really hard to look away from that person and not feel their humanity. It's really, I mean, let's just say, to me, one of the biggest crimes is like racism, right? Like, it's really, really hard for a racist human and a person of color to sit in the same room and that person not see the humanity of the other person across from them. 100%. But when you're on a keyboard and it's just a screen, you don't have that connection, that energy. And I think we're kind of losing that through the screens.
Because see, the thing is our energy fields affect each other. They radiate so far out of our bodies. They're bigger than our bodies, and they can be measured, right? At least 6 feet, which is interesting because during COVID, how far did they want us away from each other? Saying.
Oh, now you say now you getting me.
Hey, I'm not saying. I'm just saying, buddy. I still remember them 6-foot fucking things down Walmart. Right?
I still see them around.
They radiate our energy that's measurable from our heart radiates at least 6 feet out of our body. So when you are having them face-to-face conversations, even if you don't agree with somebody's ideologies, right? You can still sit there with them and be like, oh man, like this is a person.
There's a
human, right? Like you're still gonna find a middle ground. Like, yeah, bro, we use a lot of sugar in our Kool-Aid too. You did the same shit. Oh, that's crazy. Fuck yeah. I'll watch the Power Rangers too, my guy. I don't agree with a lot of shit you do, but there's gonna be humanity and a common ground there. And during COVID, and I agree with you 100%, I think that was where the disconnect happened, because during that essential like moment in you becoming an adult, it was ripped away, right? And everything got behind the screens. School was phoned in. School was like, you set it up and you're in your computer, and then you're playing video games with your homies, but you're not there with them. You're on the phone, and there's a disconnect. So when you see that stare, it's oh fuck, how do I conduct myself as like, what do I do with my hands? Oh my God, can I just text you my order, please? Like, leave me alone. Like the same way that us fucking millennials have the stank face when we dance. You know what I'm saying? That millennial stanky stank. They have the.
Yeah, the stare is odd.
It's a little creepy.
It's a little weird. It's made our industry, like bartending and that kind of connection. We're like, okay, well, what do we do? Like, how do we kind of?
So is that the stare from them just like staring at a screen?
I think so. I don't know. I recently discovered it, and like one of my bar managers was like, yeah, man, like this is just, it's getting hard for us to connect with people sometimes. And I'm like, and then I like Googled and I was like, oh, this is like a thing, right? So yeah, sorry. Tangent, back to bartending. No, I don't know. Like, but to me, it's hospitality. It's making connections. Bars are community spaces. They're supposed to be places of gathering. They're supposed to be places where you can go, enjoy, relax with friends, and hopefully bars don't die, right? I mean,
I don't think so. I hope not.
I'm going to say, because we need those community spaces.
Right.
Again, going back to the PSYOP, which was fucking the Great Value brand Apocalypse, the disconnect that happened. They took all of our community spaces away. You know, the first place I went to whenever the world reopened, the place I missed the most was the fucking movies.
Yeah.
Dude, I loved it. It was amazing. And I watched the dumbest fucking Saw movie ever with Chris Rock. It was a gigantic piece of shit. But I loved it, right? Because those are our community spaces.
So I say,
we need people.
I say, like, movies, Bart, I say this all the time, is like, you can drink at home. You can watch a movie at home.
Yep.
You can do all of these things. Why do bars exist? Why do movies exist? Because you want to feel that sense of social humanity around you. Because I can make granted, it's going to be a shittier drink, in my humble opinion, at home, right? Like, you know, but like you can, and it's going to be cheaper, right? You can drink at home, but that's not what it's about. We're human beings. We're social creatures. At our core, we're now there's introverts and this and that. We need our downtime. We need our whatever. Those are all valid things, but we are social beings.
For sure.
And we got to keep that alive.
I agree. And the experiences that you have with those moments, experiencing them with somebody, right? Like, for example, if you're at the bar and you're watching the Super Bowl, not this Super Bowl because it fucking sucked, but like a good Super Bowl, right?
The concert was great. I don't know about the sandwich on it. But
Benito killed that shit. Hey, we ain't gonna go there, Leonard. Leonard's already jumping off the cliff.
Damn, Len.
Yeah.
Are we fighting?
I thought we were close. This is already our first fight.
Is this our first fight?
This is our first fight.
Okay. Hold on. Let's put a pin in that.
We are. I didn't mean I wasn't gonna jump off the cliff here with Leonard. Don't be disrespecting Benito, bruh. Okay. With his Grammy, dude. He killed that shit. Whole stadium fucking went crazy.
Okay.
All right. We're moving on. We're gonna go. We're gonna go.
But the Super Bowl wasn't cool. But what I'm saying is, being in a place where you're surrounded by people, even parties, right? We can even look at house parties, bro. I guarantee we have some house party memories that were made better because there was so many people around us. We all experienced this moment together. Super Bowl, when you're at the bar, you're experiencing this moment. Holy shit, they weren't supposed to come back and they did it and they won. It wasn't the team I wanted, but fuck, it was so amazing. Fucking Endgame. I know you don't watch Marvel, but I don't give a fuck, Leonard. We got problems right now, me and you, right? She's like, oh shit, I don't either.
I don't. But
there was this huge moment, right? It had built up for years to this moment in Endgame, right? And to experience that the first time in a packed theater, everybody had been tuning into this moment for 20 years, 15 years, and then you get the payoff in that moment in a packed theater. You can't replicate that. I could have done that at home, but it's not the same.
It's not the same.
My stupid ass in my short that's jumping up, putting a hole in the ceiling, right? But at the movie theater, I'm surrounded by excited stupid asses. So we loved it. The energy's higher. Concerts. That's why I think concerts. That's why I'm not scared of artificial intelligence. Everybody's like, oh my god.
Same. People ask me, they're like, oh, it's gonna replace you as a bartender. I'm like, the fuck it is.
No,
because people don't go for drinks.
Imagine AI. So your wife left you. Let me give you a Google review on how to get out. Like, that'd be fucking crazy. No, you can't.
Now, I don't love it.
Yeah.
I think there's problems with it.
I don't love it either.
But
I think it can be a valuable tool in the belt, right?
Yeah.
If it's your entire belt, then you're the fucking problem.
Yeah.
Right? I think concerts is a perfect example of that. Man, there's times that I went to a concert and I didn't really like the rapper or the band, and I seen them live and I went, oh fuck, dude, they're so dope.
Same.
Or
the opposite. Honestly,
listen, me and Dom were getting in a TI argument last night. It was an argument. It was a sparring match. Okay, TI can rap it his ass off, right? I've seen him live. Buddy sucks. Live.
The live show's
yeah,
not good.
hell no. Lil Wayne's another example.
Yeah.
Love Lil Wayne. His live show is buns.
So I got a couple of them. Run the Jewels, Woo.
Uh-huh.
Big Wu-Tang fan, okay? Like hardcore, but it's been a long time. You got a lot of not the original members. Run the Jewels came out. Holy fuck. Like everybody just up out of their seats, slayed the fucking, and then the guys came out and they're just like, you know, and I was like, man, I came here
for them.
I came here for them. This is like core childhood shit for me. And yet, Run the Jewels just took it the fuck away from me.
I mean,
Busta Rhymes.
Run the
That
Jewels.
man has my heart.
Yo, listen, I'll never fucking let anybody talk shit about
No.
Busta Rhymes because when I seen him perform live for the first time, I was blown the fuck
50 years old,
away.
he's just...
Dude, this fucking guy with
Like that is like my get out of jail, like what is they call hall pass,
The
whatever.
Hall
Oh
Pass,
man.
Busta Rhymes. I seen him at Lovers and Friends. My guy.
Anyway.
I was sitting there like just completely dumbfounded, right?
Yeah.
Which on the flip side of that too, not saying I'm a huge Lil' Kim fan, but she was like, "This is fucking Lil' Kim," so I'm like, "All right, let's fucking run the stage. Make sure we listen." Lil' Kim sucked, dude. Holy shit, man, it was horrible. Seriously, she reminded me. What's that? You ever see that? The sixth leprechaun, the lep in the hood, come to do no good. She was dancing around the stage, reminded me of the motherfucking leprechaun. Not saying she's a leprechaun, but listen, taste the rainbow, dude. Someone go check their fucking coins because Lil' Kim might have found the fucking end of that shit. Lucky Charms, but you only find that in community spaces,
Yep.
and I think how I was raised, like to me. The bar was like that. Like I would always look forward to Fridays and Saturdays out there in San Fidel because my cousins would show up. My Uncle Ronnie come in from fucking Albuquerque. There'd be a band. And so they've told me this story 1,000 times. I don't remember it, but I had to go to the bar on Friday specifically when the band was there and they had to play Johnny Be Good so I could like
Do your thing.
do my whole thing, right? Come on, dog. Johnny Be Good up in this bitch, right? I still
begging
love.
you.
Come on.
So
let's
what
go
happened?
that song.
Prove it.
Johnny did a lot of bad, but whatever. Johnny's doing good now, Jason.
He is.
Okay. Listen,
I'm glad to
what
see
did
it.
Kate say? You gotta evolve and show it through action. I changed course, and it's actionable.
You gotta
right?
let players fuck up too.
Yeah, players fuck up too, right? So in my mind and like in my soul, that's such a part of my culture, right? Like we were always together and it was such a good time and the energy was high and yeah, there was a lot of drunk fucking shenanigans, right? That, you know, but at the core of it, it was a place that like the community came together, right? And my family came together and it was just fucking glorious, bro. I remember one time specifically, it was like the last New Year's Eve party that we had before my grandpa passed away. And there was like 500, 600 people. The capacity of the bar was like 100. It was a dive bar out in San Fidel. Like it was on Spanish land grant, and you had 2 reservations, and then grants, and then Albuquerque. We're like smack dab in the middle. There was cars parked all the way down Route 66. If you wanted to drive through, you couldn't anymore. It was so fucking packed, and it was, God, I've been chasing that moment since I was 5, I think. It was so dope. There was so many people. Everybody had a good time. There was explosions going off. My mom got super drunk and was crying for me in the back. My cousin, like, there was someone, it was wild shenanigans. But to me, it always represented a place of community. Yeah, there is the flip side of that because I would see people that would be at the bar right when it opened shaking, right?
Yeah.
Because they needed to get right. Mm-hmm. And there's always an extreme and an extreme on both ends,
Yep.
right? That doesn't mean it takes away from what's beneficial of those community spaces.
I tell people a lot of times that it's not lost on me what I do for a living. I peddle legal drugs. Like, I understand the problematic nature of alcohol. I am very aware of it. I also understand what alcohol does for a lot of people, you know. I think it's a social lubricant for a lot of people who are uncomfortable in social situations. I think it allows us to put our inhibitions down. I think we have a good time. There's a huge juxtaposition of this whole alcohol, drugs, all these things, weed, all of these other things. Like, what I try and say is that I try and do it with as much integrity as possible. We have a lot of rules at Happy Accidents. We get a lot of reviews for our rules. We get a lot of reviews for all kinds of things. Like, people when we first opened especially, because people didn't really get what we were there for. Mm-hmm. And we cut people off, and we have limits on what we allow, and we ask people to stay seated, which is a huge thing. People are like, what do you mean? And I'm like, look, it is not lost on me what I'm doing. It's not lost on me that I create a space where you get to go and drink and problems can happen.
Yeah.
I try and do it with as much integrity as possible. Do we have regulars? Yes. Do we have regulars that come in every day at 5 o'clock and sit at the bar for 4 hours and drink all day until they go home? That is not the bar for you. We don't. And I have had difficult conversations with guests. I absolutely have said, hey, you know, I noticed you've been in every day this week. Do you want to talk? Do you want to do something? Do you want to go grab some coffee with me? And we empower our staff to do the same thing. We want you to come in and have a good time and relax and enjoy the environment. I also do not want to be your drug dealer.
I love that.
And that's a whole nother layer of mindfuck, right? Because now it's like, what is my responsibility? Am I judging other bars for their responsibility? I only have to really worry about myself in this space. And this is what I do and this is what I love and it's not going away, but I can do it with as much integrity as possible. Like I can do it with at least holding myself to a standard that I think is ethical.
I like that because it's not all about profit.
No,
So
we close it at 12. We don't have to close at 12. We could close at 2. When we first opened, we closed at 2. And what I realized is between 12 and 2, I could make a lot of money off shots. But people weren't coming in for happy accidents cocktails, for our cool vibe, for the experience, for what we provided. They were coming in to get that last little bit. And I could make a lot more money if I didn't require people to stay seated. If I packed that fucking bar, if I stayed open till 2 and just pumped out shots. But that's not why I'm in this industry. I could make a lot more money, but I'm not here to just make money. I'm here to create an environment where I feel comfortable that I've given people a better day, a chance to relax, a place to enjoy themselves. And if it's just about money, I don't deserve it. And one of our rules, first off, we have rules. And it's not because we're trying to control people. It's because I am aware that we provide an environment where inhibitions are down. Our first rule, people are like, you have too many rules. I'm like, our first rule is no slurs. No derogatory language towards any group. If you can't walk into a space and respect the fact that that's a rule, I think that you don't belong in my space.
That's a little weird.
That's your problem? Is that you
problem with
can't
that
talk
rule?
shit?
That's crazy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like, peace.
Yeah.
Applebee's is over there, man.
For sure. I'll let you say whatever.
do
you
whatever.
can eat whatever you want over there and say whatever you want over there.
Whatevs. The other rule is to stay seated. Now, I worked at Imbibe back in the day. We had fights. We had more security guards than we had bartenders. We had fights constantly.
Sounds like some Albuquerque shit.
I was going to say, let's not ignore where we are, right? Like, you know what in 20 years of bartending, you know what I've never seen? A fight start from a seated position.
Oh,
have you?
Nope. That'd be wild.
Right.
That'd be a weird ass fight.
It'd be a weird ass fight. Yeah. You know what I have seen? Fights start because people bump into each other. Because someone's dancing too close to someone's girl. Because someone accidentally offended someone's space or looked at them wrong. It's always when something like a misunderstanding happens because alcohol is involved. As soon as we had everyone sit down, we've never had a fight. We never had a problem. And yeah, do I think communities, you should be able to do the thing, but we're not there. And unfortunately for me, I would rather prioritize making sure that my guests have a safe space to come in and relax and have some drinks than pack the house and make a couple extra $1,000 because I want everyone to spend money in my bar.
I think that's through learned experience because when you're younger, it's like sardine can. The vibe is with a whole bunch of people. We're going to make a lot of money. Like the more people, the better.
And don't be, there's places for that.
Yeah,
there's times like if you like I love those spaces. I love dive bars. I don't actually really go to a lot of cocktail bars. I love dive bars. I drink shots, you know, mezcal neat. That's kind of my vibe. I love going to shows, but I get to choose what I want to provide. And I got to choose what's right for me. And that's that we decided to do at Happy.
I love that because a big thing there is that separates you 100% from the pack because there's no places like that provided down here.
And that was one of the things I said when we opened because people were like, well, I don't like that bar. They have too many rules. Well, I don't like that bar. They don't have, because we don't have a lot of beer. We're also a distillery. I'm like, you don't go to a distillery. It's like going to a pizza place and be like, why don't you have Chinese food?
Yeah. It's crazy.
You know, and I'm like,
Pizza Hut don't have orange
like,
chicken.
what do you mean? That's so insane. I'm like,
crazy.
There are a gazillion breweries here. I don't want to be the only place you go to. Go to a brewery, get a beer. You want a cocktail, come here. Like, I just want to provide something different. We don't all have to be the same. And I tell people all the time, like, there are so many spaces where you can go and do all of these other things. If you want to have a super sexy date night, if you want to have an intimate experience with your friends, if you want to have some cocktails, that's when you come to Happy. I also don't think you should go to the same place all the time. I want when people are like, oh, there's a bar opening down the street from you guys, you worried? Are they competition? I'm like, no, the more the merrier. I want you to go from this place to that place to that place. I want us all to provide different experiences. I don't really want you sitting in my bar for 5 hours because then you've probably drank too much in my space. There's dram shop laws. Now I'm legally responsible for your actions.
Yeah,
Thanks,
I was gonna bring that up because the 12 to 2 is everybody about to leave, you know, the
That's
clubs
demon hours.
and go
It
and
is.
drive.
I have
And
a
they're like,
saying.
let me get another quick shot. too."
Nothing good happens after midnight in bars. Now
true.
that's you know, but it
I've had a couple of things good happen to me, but mainly not.
well,
As I said to me,
Yeah.
right? Mainly not
Yeah.
though. Like you bringing up the man, you took me right back to my 24th birthday. I was downtown acting a damn donkey's ass. And the bartender, or no, the security guard stepped on almost, okay, let me get the story completely correct here, right? Almost stepped on my girl's shoes.
oh, this is the
Okay?
one.
Yeah,
this is
okay.
it. This
And
is it
me
right here.
This
You're
is
like,
me. This is security guard
Yep.
at the library, right? And my girl tells me, oh, hey, he almost stepped on my shoes. And in my stupid ass 24-year-old drunk
Yep.
as fuck mind, I heard, the security guard stepped on your shoes. And I said, what? I just
did
bought
what?
these Air Force Ones. He stepped on my shoes? And she's all, no, he almost stepped on mine. So I beat the fuck out of the security guard. For no fucking reason. He didn't even step on her shoes, dude.
Nope.
I was drunk and I acted stupid as fuck.
this
right?
is
Yeah, it
especially
happens.
being at Imbibe.
Yeah.
I'll-
Like we all remember
I'll
those
admit,
days, but like
yeah.
watching the cameras when fights went down. And I'm super detail oriented, but watching the cameras, it was always the dumbest shit. And it was usually like, yo, bro, you spilled my drink. I spilled my drink on me because you bumped under. Like, we're in a packed dance floor.
Right.
And now, because some guy disrespected you for bumping into you and causing your drink to spill on you in a bar on a dance floor, now there's a 6-person fight.
Yep.
And I don't know, man. It's just, and the thing is, it's like, it's alcohol. It's all of these things combined. Do I think that it sucks? Yeah. Do I think there's things I can do in my space to control what I feel comfortable doing? Also, yeah.
It sounds like you have.
Yeah.
Do I have a right as a business owner to do that? Also, yes.
I think I like that, especially because, listen, we're not getting younger, dog. We ended up at the library for something. There was some shit that we had done. I'm not shitting on the library. The library's fun, right? You know when I knew I was too
Dude,
old for
bring
the
back
library?
booty shaking contest.
You know when I knew I was too old for the library? When I realized that the library had real books. When I realized that those books were real on the wall, I went, what the fuck, dude? I've been getting fucked up here for years, and I could have been reading? These are real? This isn't just decoration? Then I was like, yeah, it's probably time for me to leave this place. Yeah. This establishment.
'Cause now
I have
I'm ready to
outgrown.
read.
I'm ready to read. Let me fuck around real quick. Get out of here. Oh, I'm fucking reading Think and Grow Rich.
Yeah.
Get the fuck away from me. I don't want to dance. So we ended up at the library. Oh, it was for something. We did something, and me and Leonard ended up over there, and it hadn't changed one iota,
It had-
one bit. It was they were still playing the same fucking T-Pain songs. Bartender. I was like, what? Fucking 2005 up in this bitch.
That's a good
But
record.
there should
though.
be
Yeah.
spaces for
How long
every.
has
Like
that
there,
place
there
been
should be a
around?
place where you can
I
go
agree.
booty shake, and
I
there
agree.
should be a place where you can go chill and have a
You
cocktail.
have to. So and you should evolve into those steps, right? I'm not going to expect a fucking just turned 21, let's get lit, turn up, to pull up to your spot and say, I'm going to turn up in this bitch. It's like, no, you're not. You're going to sit your motherfucking ass down. You're going to have a couple of drink minimums,
Yeah.
and you ain't going to stare at me with the fucking Zennial stare.
And that's when we first opened. That's where we got. I did this. Okay, so I can be a petty bitch. and like we would get reviews, and it was usually about me because I'm the owner now. And here's something as a bartender turned owner, I will protect my staff ferociously because I grew up in an industry where I had to be nice no matter what. Guy grabbed my ass at Imbibe, I had to smile and grin and bear it because that's what we did as hospitality workers. That's what you had to endure. And I don't play that game no more. So people would come in. I mean, we had a bunch of girlies in their heels. They're on top of the furniture in my nice little velvet shit that I just hand put on my cushions, and I spent $100 a yard, and I thought I was making this beautiful space. And I'd come up and I'd be like, "Ladies, I need you to get down." "Well, we're just having fun." I'm like, "I appreciate that, I really do, but we have a seated rule here, and this is just our standards, and we would really appreciate." And then I'd get a review. The owner was such a bitch, and she told us we couldn't do what we wanted, and blah blah blah. And it was like, yes. I did. I asked you to behave in the way that we deem necessary in our space. Yeah. I understand completely it's not what you wanted, right? And there are a gazillion, but go somewhere where you can dance on the furniture.
For sure.
Live your best fucking life.
Twerk on your own shit.
Yeah, dude. I fully support. I've danced on furniture before. I also did not go to the fine dining restaurant
and do it.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Again,
Like it's
go
just
to Applebee's, dude.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing, bro? Stand on the bar over there. It's the same shit. I went through a whole era of fuck your couch.
Yeah.
I lived my best life in my 20s on a fuck your couch mentality, right? And it was in the like I didn't go to a spot. If there's double stitched velvet cushions, bro, that's not fuck your couch vibes, dude. That's sit down and enjoy this couch vibes, my guy.
Yeah.
Go find a couch that looks like this one and fuck your couch all day long.
And have fun.
Right? Shout out to Marble, no disrespect. The couch looks like it's been fucked a couple times, but whatever, dude. This might not be the space either here because it's a brewery. This is different vibes. One time, it's funny. Man, all the memories are flowing in of the wild, dumb shit. And the first time I was on some big time fuck your couch vibes was the first big tour I had ever been on, right? It was a lowrider tour. And we were at it was the Hard Rock in San Diego. It was us, it was Baby Bash, it was a few other artists, but we were performing down there. And we had the VIP section, and it was the first time that like I had like a legit VIP, you know what I mean? Like we had bottles and everybody was there, and I was like, oh shit, I done made it. And I was drunk as fuck, and I was wilding the fuck out. I was on some fuck your couch vibes. I'm the shit, fuck this place, and that was for that area. Not saying it was super acceptable, but
there's Imbibe. We were like dance.
We were sitting on the backs of the couches.
And Imbibe would get crazy.
Crazy.
Like, you couldn't even like walk through that bitch.
No, and I mean that was the place to do it. Yeah. And I get it. There's a learning curve, and we were kind of right after COVID, one of the first places that kind of were like this, and Albuquerque wasn't ready for it. And I would take our bad reviews and I'd put them on a review board. It's not great. I'd put people's names on it. And I'd be like, oh yeah, okay. And it was the first time, okay, so I'm a bartender turned bar owner. And it was the first time I realized I don't have anyone to answer to but myself. So everything I do, the only person responsible and is gonna take the heat is me. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna stand up for hospitality workers, and I'm gonna stand up for business owners, and I'm finally gonna tell people that unfortunately some of this shit isn't okay what you're doing. Like you can't just get pissy and try and blacklist a business because you didn't get to destroy them. Yeah. You didn't get, I call them revenge reviews. You didn't get your way, so you wanna destroy this place. It's just could be that maybe it wasn't the place for you.
For sure.
That's literally okay. Like, not everybody likes hot dogs. Not everybody wants fast food. Not everybody, it's just not the place for you, right? Cool. Go to a place that's a place for you.
I like that, revenge reviews.
Revenge reviews. They're like, I didn't.
Podcast. No. We calling this motherfucker
I have a whole thing on reviews because I truly think that most bad reviews are revenge reviews. It's I didn't get what I feel was needed, so I'm going after them. This is my revenge. But there's usually two sides to every story, and the truth lies a little bit in the middle, right? Like there's
no matter what.
I'm not in the business of hospitality to ruin your fucking day. I assure you, I don't wake up every morning thinking to myself, how can I make this person feel less significant? My job every day is to make your day better. that every person should walk out happier than they walked in. That's our motto. So if something happened, it's not because I woke up this morning and was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna crush some bitches.
I'm gonna fuck with Sarah dancing on my fucking velvet couch. That's my vibes. And see, the thing is it's on the flip side also is you can't go into someone's establishment and expect to just be a fucking diabolical shithead and then be okay with it.
Right.
They're putting their life, their energy, their time, their effort in creating a space for you to come have a good time.
And
right?
I'll even take it further, because this is like a big thing for us. Hospitality workers are one of the industries with the highest rate of suicide, the highest rate of mental health. We are constantly told we have to be nice no matter what. People come in, sometimes people come in just not wanting to have a good time. You have to constantly work your way, like, how can I make this person happy? How can I do all of these things? How can I make sure? No health insurance, no 401k, horrible hours. Here in New Mexico, the minimum wage is awful. You're working off tips, so now you have to be nice no matter what. It's kind of like, what I tell people is, my staff does this because they need to pay their bills and they love it, because they could go do something else. We genuinely love what we do when they come in, and I have the utmost faith that every single human I have hired that works for me does this because they actually truly enjoy it. Yeah, we gotta pay our bills, but they love what they do and they want you to have a good time. So when you come to me, it's a funny thing, because like, if I'm in the bar and someone's like, oh, I want to talk to a manager, my staff will usually go, are you sure? Because my staff is empowered to do anything. Like, if they need to calm something, they can calm something. If they needed, like, they know I trust them. And they're like, maybe you want to deal with me. Because when I'm called in, that means that you have now deemed that your problem is more important than the people that are here serving you. And it is few and far between that my staff has disrespected you. I hire people that care about humans. And if, there's like, oh, I didn't like this drink, sure. My bartenders will comp it. They're like, yeah, no problem, we'll take care of it. It's when it's like, I have now decided that me being able to be outlandish is more important than these people's jobs and lives. So I'm gonna treat them like shit because I didn't like something. And when I'm called in, my usual thing is like, okay, so our journey here has ended. We've gone ahead and closed out your tab. Thanks so much. You can have a good night. Because you've now disrespected my staff and made them feel insignificant in their home. And this is where they live. And I create a safe space for them, and I will prioritize them. And unless there's something that's just outlandish and outrageous, chances are I'm going to side with my staff. It just is. It's because they're the ones that come in every day and they give a shit. And they sacrifice a lot to make sure that they can be in that space, making sure you have a good time.
And all I gotta say from personal experience is she's not lying. I pulled up and she got me some of the best, Tia, Nana, I'm sorry, some of the best pozole ever, dude. I'm not even fucking playing. I've had so much pozole. The pozole from Happy Accidents, my dude.
Our chef is half black, half Mexican, man. She's
It was.
She always says, I tap the ancestors.
She tapped in. My nana was like, mijo, it's okay. It's okay. For real.
Yeah.
And it like, you can tell that you're doing it from a place of wanting your guests to enjoy themselves, but also from a place of respecting where you are and the cultures that are down here. Yeah. Like, some people come in and some people set up stuff and they don't fully grasp it. They don't like understand, right? And for you to say that, like, I'm tapping into the ancestors, like, for real, like, that's comfort food. That's stuff that's brought through the culture. So that makes me think, that brings up something that I was thinking to myself, like, when you decided to open Happy Accidents here, like, was there other places that you looked at? Like, what made you decide?
Oh, absolutely.
Like, what made you decide Nob Hill, Albuquerque, let's fucking go?
So I was born and raised in California. I lived all over the place, but I moved here in 2005. Like, I've been here for 20 years. I am a very privileged, blessed human. I have gotten to travel the world. I have been to some of the best bars in the world. I have gotten to experience some amazing cultures, and I still get to do that. And I would come here And not to knock the bars that are here or the people that were doing the things, but I just didn't see the same thing I saw in other communities. I saw a lot of the same. It was like kind of this regurgitated like plan that everybody would like carbon copy and stamp. Well, that's successful, that's successful. And I thought, it'd be cool to have like a dope little cocktail bar that would chill vibe that you went, that wasn't a club. Or to be honest, like especially downtown Nob Hill, Albuquerque was like, oh, I don't have to worry about, am I going to get wanded at the door? And is there going to be a fight next to me? And what if I want to go out with my girlies and I just want to chill and like have a drink and not get hit on? And honestly, I just wanted a different space. What I realized, and I made mistakes, like I made a shit ton of mistakes. I came out with my fists up, I'll fight back. You want to be petty, I'll be petty. And that wasn't it. Like I said, that's the cancel culture shit. Well, you're going to attack me, I'm going to attack you. Yeah. I didn't have real honest conversations about why we had these rules or why we were doing the things we did. I just wanted people to see us. And I didn't understand how to convey that message. And now we're hitting our 5th year. We are incredibly blessed to have received a lot of awards. We've Best of the City, the Albuquerque Journal one, the Reader's Choice. We got the Local Hero in Albuquerque, the magazine. But not only that, like we got Best Bar in America. We got World's 50 Best top list. No one in North America, no one in the state of New Mexico has ever had it. This year we were top 10 food and wine best bars in the country. We got a Pinnacle star, which is the equivalent of a Michelin star. We're one of only 13 bars in the United States that have it.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
That's dope.
Damn.
Yeah.
What is that, as somebody that really loves her craft and is trying to set up an environment for people to come and relax and have a good time, what does that feel like to have those awards, to have those accolades?
I mean, it's amazing. We're humans. We want to be told what we do is good. This is a conversation I have a lot in the industry because I travel and people are like, "What are you doing in Albuquerque, New Mexico?" So there's this, and this isn't a brag. Like there's this list that comes out every year: top 100 most influential in the industry, top 100 in the world, most influential humans in the bar industry. This year, I was the 2nd most influential American, number 33 on the list in the world.
What?
And people are like, "You live where?" Third most influential. I'm like Albuquerque, and they're like, why? What? Like the people on the list are like London and Dubai and like New York, and they're like, well, why do you live in Albuquerque? And I'm like, quality of life. I love where I live. I've been there for 20 years. It is a community that you don't get in New York. I want to give back to the place that I've lived in for a long time. My daughter was born here. She's raised here. That she is born and bred Albuquerque. Like, why would I not want to be here? Unfortunately, and then there's like, okay, so World's 50 Best is a big deal. Everybody like, oh my God, you made 50 Best. And people are like, did it affect your bottom line? Did you? Because in New York, if you make 50 Best, you have a line outside your door. And people are like, oh, did it? And I'm like, yeah, no, not really. And they're like, well, what do you mean? And I'm like, because the people that pay my bills, the people in Albuquerque, New Mexico, they don't know what World's 50 Best is. They don't pay attention to that shit. And they're like, well, then why do you do it? I'm like, well, we do get an influx when the local news picks it up.
Yeah.
So like we'll get on the local news we got Best Bar in America, we got Best Bar Team in America, we got Best New Cocktail Bar twice in America.
Nice.
And all these awards, these are dorky industry things.
Dang, in only 5 years.
5 years.
Not only 5 years, but
no, but
5
like
years.
That's a short amount of time.
It's a short amount of time.
It's a short amount of time, and people are like, there's also this. Then there's this Albuquerque thing, and small markets. There's like, well, what is she doing that we're not? Or oh, it's because she has friends, or it's because she. And again, everybody gets to play their own game to the extent that they can play. And I play the game to the extent that I play it. I'm ambitious, I love my industry, and I fight ferociously. I play the game to the extent that it works for me.
As you should.
As I should.
We're going to sit down and not play the game?
No, I mean, I am. I know what we do is good. And I know it's not for everybody, and I'm okay with both. But when we won some of these awards, we didn't have lines outside the door and things like that. But then the local news would pick it up. And the local news would pick it up, and then people would come and be like, oh man, I don't know what it was, but I heard you won an award. And now we're here.
Yep.
And I think that's the baby steps, right? We're not a secondary market. We're a tertiary market, right? We're not, when people think of food and wine and all these things, they're starting to look at Albuquerque, but we never even had a Michelin until this year.
For sure.
Yeah.
So this is the fight that the restaurant owners and bar owners in our industry and in our community have to fight in order to push us to the next level. And I'm just one of many doing it. I'm not the only one in Albuquerque.
But it's cool because, you know, it's coming from like a female's perspective on who would get their ass grabbed.
That's
kinds
also
of
a
shit.
whole nother thing.
So it's a safer place for even your customers and you know your staff.
I like to think so. I also think because I am who I am. I am unfiltered. A lot of people
You're
say...
on the right podcast.
Yeah. So I move through the world with the audacity of a cisgendered white man. Just going to be honest.
Hey.
I do. That's who my mentors were. And that's who I tend to act like.
Uh-huh.
A lot of people will be like, she's a bitch, man. They're like, like she talks, you know, she doesn't do this, or, you know, I don't like the way she treats people. But if I were a cisgendered white man, straight white man, and I did the things that I did in this industry, people would respect the fuck out of me.
He's a titan.
They'd be like, man,
He's a titan of the industry. What a
100%.
boss.
He protects his staff. He
Bet
protects
you he has
women.
a 25-year-old wife. And he's 73.
Who knows? I don't. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Problematic comment incoming.
But funny.
But no, but I like. There's a lot of times where I've like in business. I sent I don't want to get myself into. I sent an email to someone, and it was very direct. It was like, I need bottom line on this. I need to see documentation on this. And they were like, I don't understand why you're so rude. I'm like, I asked for documentation for a price increase on, like, and it was like, well, I just expected that you would be nicer in your delivery. And I'm like, if this was an email sent by a dude, it would be, this is a professional email asking why the price is
Straight to the
increased and for
point.
documentation on these things. But because I'm supposed to be really sweet and be like, excuse me, I understand that you raised the price, but it'd be really, really awesome if you would just show me. Like, I'm sorry, this is just business for me.
And ain't shit gonna
It's
get
not
done with
personal.
that either.
Yeah, exactly.
Ain't shit gonna
It's
get
not
done with-
personal.
No,
I don't think about you when I go home. I
No.
promise.
No, I think
I don't.
that's good. Especially you're gonna see it when you climb up in business, when you see how it's actually conducted. The people that are up there don't fucking talk like that. If you're getting an email that's directly to the point, it means get me the information I need now because I'm busy. It's not fuck you, dude. I don't like your hat.
Or I'm taking my business
Or I'm
elsewhere.
taking my business to someone
Yeah,
else.
like
Please
just
give me the
explain to
bottom
me.
line.
You just triple increase something. I just want to. Well, it's because of this, this, and this. Dope. Send me some
Yeah.
documentation. Well, you should be nicer when you ask.
What one
I'm
time I
sorry.
pulled up to his crib. I pulled up to his crib and he's arguing on the phone. Like, bro, that's the fucking stupidest. Da 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 da. He's like, why the fuck would I pay you that extra? Da, da. And I was like, damn, this motherfucker.
Right.
He's about his business.
I forgot about that.
Bro, like I was like, damn.
I was like, I didn't even realize because Jay's just coming up and I'm like, fuck you. I'm not paying that shit. That's the dumbest shit I ever fucking heard. And guess what? The dude, when we met face to face, he's like, it's about your business, dog.
But if I did that,
They would have been like, she's such a bitch.
Dude,
Oh my
that
God.
girl, she is.
Oh my
She's
God.
going to pay extra for
But,
the
Yeah.
t-shirt.
but no, but that's what it takes. So it's
I'm
like,
gonna make her
you
pay
can't-
these
You
tariffs.
can't be
Fuck
nice in
that.
business.
it's not even not being nice.
Yeah.
I'm not being nice.
Yeah.
I'm just asking. Like I'm not even being rude.
You got to
Yeah.
be to the point.
Right.
It's just like, hey, cool. Show me the documentation. Dope. Great.
Yeah.
I didn't be like, hi, I hope you're having a really good day and rainbows are falling.
If you beat around the bush, especially now, there's so many businesses that are closing, that are struggling
Yep.
because of everything that's going on. So if you're not transparent, to the point, and on it, you're gonna lose.
Dude, it's tough.
It's hard out here for
Hospitality
pimp.
industry is really suffering right now. And, we're all scared. We're all looking around like, are you guys doing all
Like,
right?
are you
Or
good?
like, is everybody okay?
There's so many places that are
Like,
closing.
yeah.
Like the homie over there, they just reopened Last Call.
I know.
They just reopened it, and he had to close.
You had to close.
Like, and I just seen him over there at the Best of the City, and I was like, man, bro, I'm gonna pull up. We're gonna do some work together, and they had to close.
Yeah.
January is unfucking forgiving.
Yeah, January's scary. February's not great, but
Yeah, it's still a little better than January. January is terrifying.
Yeah, it's rough.
Next year, I'm saving up all my shekels all the way through the months, and I'm disappearing for January. You ain't gonna fucking hear from me. I'm gonna be on a beach somewhere, not worrying about the shit, because January, after all the craziness of the New Year and presents and Christmas and all the shit that we worry about that we probably shouldn't, January, everybody's like, I ain't spending no money nowhere. Leave me the fuck alone.
And it's cold, and we're
it's
depressed,
cold,
and we're
sad,
tired,
there's
and
no
everybody.
sun.
Yeah, it's like
no, January can fuck off, right? That's why I think it's crazy we celebrate the New Year in the dead of winter, but that's a whole nother conversation, another podcast, right? For sure. But January, you see a lot of, especially in the service industry.
Yeah, service industry January's tough. So the message here is, if you have the means, go to your local hospitality favorite, get a beer, tip well, and the best thing you can do is say something nice. Tell someone, hey, I see you. Thanks for this. Thanks for providing this space for me. I appreciate. Sorry, I haven't been here in a couple weeks. Times have been tough, but like, I miss you. I love you. Kisses, hugs, besos, all those things. I think it goes a long way in a dark time for us.
It does. I mean, especially you got to realize, like, some of your like hardest times, some of your happiest times are spent in these spaces. And I'm big on energy too, right? So if you want that energy to kind of flow and be round and round you go, you got to return it sometimes. You can't just go and take and take and take and take and take and take. It's got to be reciprocal, or it's not going to go round and round and round and round. Because if you go and just take and take and take and take, that shit's going to be closed, dude. And then you're going to find yourself at the fucking Applebee's on Manal in a really bad predicament.
Could you imagine how awful it'd be if all we had left was chain restaurants?
No, hell no.
Please.
Drinking a fucking Budweiser with some microphone fucking, with some microwaved buffalo wings? Hell no.
And from what I've been told, that's like the new Gen whatever ZBA. That's the new thing, is like they're all going to Chili's, and they're all going because that's like the cool thing. And I'm like, please don't do this to us.
Are they fucking 85 years old?
Yes.
That's fucking weird. Give me the fucking
dollar margaritas.
Yeah,
as I
the dollar margaritas.
That's what I think. That's
Yeah,
I'm done with y'all motherfuckers.
Yeah, I'm like, please don't do that to us. And the thing is, they don't realize that that's not what they want either. They don't want that. It's TikTok or whatever that.
So I do have a question. What do you guys have, like a top selling like cocktail over there?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. We do. We have a lot of them. our espresso martini.
I actually just had one of those the other, like
my bar?
no, not over there.
Damn.
But I just had one and I was like, damn.
Again, I don't
really
care
good.
where
on some
I
bullshit.
don't care where you're drinking as long as you're out drinking and celebrating. And personally, for me, like, go to independently owned spaces. I really, really wish that people. I get it. Chain restaurants are there, but like, go to the independents, especially during January, February. Support your local people. It doesn't have to be my bar. It can be, but just make sure that it's locally owned. Yeah. Put the money back into our community.
I don't fuck with chain restaurants.
I don't either.
Like, I never really thought about it until my brother worked at Delta Linden for years, right? So he was in and out of all these places, the local, the mom and pop spots, and then chain restaurants. And he would tell me, he's like, why would I go to a place across the country and eat the same fucking frozen microwaved fucking buffalo wings
Cisco truck
that I can get on the other side of the country? Show me where. I want to know what food San Diego has. I want to know what's special about Orlando. What does fucking Florida have to offer here, right? That's the first thing I did when I got off the fucking plane in Florida. The first thing I'm like, all right, what food should I eat? And everybody said, you got to have our key lime pie. And I said, what the fuck? That's weird. Key lime pie?
Key lime pie is different.
Dude.
It's a whole different thing.
We don't have key limes.
Right.
I mean, I've had like trash key lime pie all the way down here. But over there, holy shit, dude, I was on a diet of key lime pie for fucking 7 days straight. Came back and it was a whole situation when I got home. But you got to go to these places to experience these places through the food, through the spirits, through the places. Like, I love dive bars too, because I grew up in one.
I love dive bars.
So when I go to somewhere, it's like there's things on the list that I got to check off, right? Like, what is the food that I should eat? what drinks, like what's the Albuquerque drink, Doc? Right, you know what I'm saying? What? It ain't no fucking dollar margarita.
What is an Albuquerque drink? What would it be?
I can tell you my favorite drink.
Why did they both sigh like that?
Because there's too
Because it's
many.
like the AMS, dude. It's like,
What would it be?
They were both like,
Oh, the audios.
it hurts my soul.
Yeah.
what
we're
is the
so much
adios?
better
What is
than
the
that.
Adios,
motherfucker?
motherfucker.
Oh, I
We're
don't know
so
what
much
that
better.
is. I never
Okay,
had
so
that.
I'm not gonna lie. I've thought about doing like an AMF, like with real ingredients and the whole fucking thing. I just like, part of me is like, I don't know if I want to celebrate this as who we are.
Yeah.
But also because like that, people come in, they're like, can I get an AMF? And I'm like, we don't have it.
Yeah, we don't serve that shit.
You can go play. I will not yuck others' yum, right? Like I have my guilty pleasures. I love twisted tea, right? The shitty can like sweet tea stuff. Hypnotic.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, that shit fucks
Hypnotic.
so hard. I'm like, right out of the bottle. I don't need a glass. Give me some fucking blue shit.
My era of Incredible Hulks was diabolical.
Talk about it.
Thank
Talk
you.
about it.
Thank you.
And T-Pain Records.
Was it.
Yes, sir.
Bartender.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
I'm in love with a stripper.
Hennessy and Hypnotic, boy.
Hennessy and Hypnotic. She's
I
right.
was just talking to a friend of mine in
love
London
it.
because I was like, the grasshopper needs to come back.
Yeah.
And she's like, I want to bring back the Incredible Hulk. And I was like, you know, I am here for that fucking fuckery.
You'd spend like $100. You
So
got
I
your
have-
$30 bottle of Hypnotic, your $50 bottle of Henny,
Yeah.
and it
I
was
have
on.
pictures of me at the Butte, bottle of like Hypnotic. No, at this point it was just Hypnotic because I'm just that
Yeah.
bitch. Just at the Butte, Memorial Day weekend, lit, one eye kind of closed, standing like half deep in the water, like just, and I'm just like, yep.
Those were the days.
Hypnotic, dude.
So I'm not gonna yuck on your yum, right? Like
Yeah.
we all have our things. I just think like you want an AMF and you want to go to the club. There's lots of go to the library, get a fucking AMF, twerk, have some fun.
So let's see if you
You want a
remember.
nice martini? Come down to Happy Accidents, get our martini.
Around the time we're talking about Bartender, around that time, right?
Yeah.
When we had Sauce and Raw, when Sauce and Raw was the only place you get Hennessy,
Yeah.
they kicked me out of the library like, we don't serve that, go to Sauce and Raw. I'm like, all right, you
Okay.
racist motherfuckers.
Bad.
Cool then, I'm out this bitch. Damn, I've been shitting on the library the whole fucking
Damn.
podcast now. So much for the library sponsorship, guys. So around that era, there was a drink down here that has fallen off the face of the earth. And I don't see it anymore. And it might be because it's not politically correct. I don't know what it is. But during the time of 2006 to 2009, the Chinese motherfucker was the drink.
What is
I
that?
don't even know what that is.
Yeah, see? Oh, only if you,
I don't even know what that is.
It's a mix of all kinds of shit. There's grenadine on the bottom, some other green shit. It was just diabolical. It was get a DWI, end up in the closet, go home with the wrong person, and you couldn't taste the alcohol. You'd be on the third one, and you'd be
Yeah.
fucking done. Listen, in the comments, please don't just make me be the one out here on the cliff. The Chinese motherfucker from 2005 to 2008, there was a lot of people beat up. There was a lot of divorces. That drink caused all of that fuckery. I believe, you remember whenever they had the cops and they put them in the little towers and they had we were like we were in fucking prison?
Oh man,
Downtown?
I haven't thought about that.
I
in
believe that
forever.
happened
because
off
of that
the
drink.
strength of the Chinese motherfucker. For sure.
Don't even remember it.
No, because you probably drank one. That's probably why.
Oh, I'm sure.
So it reminded me of one time we were down there in Socorro, New Mexico Tech, right? Daniel, one of my closest friends, my brother right there. He went to New Mexico Tech, and they would party out there, and they had one bar. And at the very end of the night, which is completely different than your vibe, right? So you have this end, and now we're going to this end, right? They would give away one last free drink. Can you guess what that free drink was, Jay?
The
They would
Chinese.
take the mats.
Oh, the mat
They
shot.
would empty the mats into the shot
hell
glass.
Mat shot.
And whoever wants
This
it
is a thing?
gets
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Dude.
Oh, hell.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
gross.
Listen,
called a mat shot.
listen.
Oh,
I'm not gonna
my
lie. I'm not
God.
gonna lie. I fucking did that shit.
No, you did.
Hell yeah, I did that
Oh,
shit.
my
I was
God.
drunk. It was free, bro. Hell yeah, I did that shit. And
That doesn't-
dude, I was fucking blowing chunks for 5 days,
Yeah,
my guy.
I can imagine.
I was dry. It was the nastiest
Oh my
shit, bro.
Cat shots, man.
Oh, but it was free. And at that moment,
Yep.
it was
He
free.
keeps saying it like it makes
Because
it better.
it was last call. There was no more alcohol except for all the alcohol.
No.
Oh,
It was
no.
the equivalent
Oh, my
of,
God.
of, you remember when you're at a house party and the homie always had the best jungle juice?
Yeah, no, this is
Equivalent.
not. You throw some respect on the jungle juice.
Hey, I will.
Sorry.
I will throw respect on the
Okay,
jungle
because
juice.
the mat shot is
Yeah, okay. The respect for the
Okay.
jungle juice needs a little more
a
because
little. I mean,
there's-
not a lot, but
there's minerals in there. There's watermelons. There's fruits in that motherfucker, right? One time we made one of my homies. Shout out to MIC, my dog. We made a fucking kiddie pool size.
Oh yeah.
Of jungle juice. Yo, we were lit, dude.
Oh, my God.
We were lit, bruh. We were popping acid and we were drinking fucking jungle juice. I don't know how we survived that party. I really don't.
You probably didn't.
Maybe not. This is
You entered a new timeline.
I did. You know what? And it was my fault because I put a hit of acid in this eye and in this eye
you're
because no one said you could do it. I was dumb, bro.
You're
I've said
ridiculous,
this, Jay.
bro.
I have evolved, buddy. Okay, through actionable actions, my guy.
Actually,
He's starting to use that
Jason.
like a crutch. Like, yay, man.
She said actionable.
it was free, Leonard.
Yeah,
it was free.
It was free. Okay, but
It's a
they
time of growth.
Yeah, they said
Okay.
they said you can't do that shit. I said, oh yeah, buddy. Watch this, my dude. I'm lucky I didn't go fucking blind.
Yeah.
You know what I remember the most about that party, right? Is I swear we'll get back to something of substance here in a second. Is two of my homies started fighting with each other, right? And I don't remember the fight. They like turned into two little static gray balls on the floor, and they were just rolling at each other. Bro, it was so fucking crazy. There were two balls of static, which
my
I'm
God.
assuming I was seeing their energy. Listen, let me get woo-woo here for a second, dude, okay? I was seeing their energy, and their energy field had turned into two static balls, and they were bumping into each other. Boom, boom. And then they hit the wall, and homie hit the wall, and the static spread into the wall. Bro, I was fucking gone, dude. Gone. I was tripping for like 8 fucking hours. That was the last time I ever touched acid, and I'll never touch it again.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Yeah, good idea. I know.
Set that aside.
I was like,
Actionable items.
Right.
You know what? I'm not going to do this again.
I had to learn the hard way. It was because you know when you're that age, dog, like you want to prove some shit. And I wanted to prove not only was I badass enough to fucking almost let my cheese slide all the way off its cracker, is you say I can't do it, I'm gonna do it.
That's been a lot of a motto for me.
Yeah, see what I'm saying?
Tell me I can't do something, and I'm like,
That's wired. That's wired into the human DNA.
It is.
Bro.
It is.
Yeah.
It's like,
It
oh,
is.
really?
So,
Oh, yeah?
okay, before we let you get out of here, Kate, you got to take me to Netflix.
ugh.
You got to take me to Netflix.
All right.
Okay, how so we've had Chef Marie on, right? She did the Bobby Flay, she did some like movie stuff, and she
Yep.
did some like competitions like that too. It seems like they're down here trying to find everybody from Albuquerque to throw on their motherfucking shows, right? How did that happen?
So I actually did Bar Rescue like 15 years ago.
Wow.
I
I
was
used to
one of
watch that
their
shit.
expert
Really?
consultants.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Out here?
Nice.
No, I mean no. I lived here.
Okay.
But I did
for the
one-
show.
You consulted
Okay.
for
Yeah,
that.
I did.
I got you. Okay.
On-air consulting or whatever.
Nice.
And it wasn't my favorite experience. I didn't gravitate to the style of the show. It was like there's a lot of things that weren't reality for me. Like, you gotta yell at these people. I'm like, I don't really talk to people like that. And so I ended up not continuing to do the show, but I made really good friends with the staff and the producers. And I kept in touch with the producers for 10 years. And one of the producers in particular followed my career and some of the things I had done. And was a big supporter, and we stayed in touch. And the producer from that was a producer on Netflix's Drink Masters. So that producer reached out to me, was like, hey, and this industry has always talked about a way, like for me personally, like, I try not to use the Lord's name in vain, but we have Anthony Bourdain, who, rest his soul, showed the humanity of chefs. Mm-hmm. He showed the humanity of my industry. He showed all of the care and the real things that we go through. And no one's really ever been able to do that for bartending. Now, let me just say that Drink Masters did not do that for bartending. But a lot of these like competition shows, reality shows, Top Chef, they allowed people to see how much we give a shit and who we were. So they reached out to me. They're like, "Hey, do you want to do this show?" And I was like, "Nope." No, I'm 42 years old. At the time, I was 42, and I was like, "I'm kind of done competing." I was the first woman to win a world global bartending competition in 2014, and I did a couple competitions after that, but I kind of stopped. It's the competitive nature. There's something about it that I love, but there's also this weird pinning each other against each other thing. I was like, I'm not doing it, but I'll help you guys find some good people. And the producer would constantly call me and he'd be like, I really think you should do this show. You're in Albuquerque, New Mexico. You're about to open a bar. Happy wasn't open yet. And we were in the process of opening. He's like, how else are you going to put your bar and your market on a global scene? Like, people don't think about Albuquerque for cocktails, and people don't think about, like, this is an opportunity. You're crazy. So I sat down with my partner, my staff, and I was like, all right, seriously, guys. Number one, I'm probably going to be the villain. Hands down, right? I'm outspoken. I am who I am. Like, that takes a lot. And we had to go through all these psychological evaluations before the show, because these shows really do put you through the fucking ringer. And the shit's rough.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta really be in touch with who you are as a human and understand that you're going to be edited. And sometimes you would say things and you're edited and they put it in a different conversation or this or that.
To make you look a certain way.
And I was like, okay, so like, are we ready for this? Right? And my staff was like, yeah, let's fucking go. And I'm like, this, even the villains come out usually on top. And then I was like, all right, you know what? Fuck it. I knew I would do well. I'm incredibly competitive and I'm intelligent, and I knew that I'd do well on the show. And I thought, well, all right, let's fucking go. Why not? Like, this is an opportunity that Albuquerque's not good. Like, bartending, my bar, like, this is crazy for me not to do. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna do the fucking show. It was an incredibly educational process. I was very lucky. I finished second on the show. I did well. I think I represented well. There's definitely good and bad things about doing a show like that. There were some things I didn't love. There were some things I loved. To be 100% honest, it probably could have made me look worse. I definitely said some things. There were some people that I may not have agreed with, I'm very defensive over people. Suzu and I ended up becoming like best friends. Still, I was just with him in the Cayman Islands last month. People would attack a friend of mine and I'd be like, oh yeah? And like, go fuck yourself. And they'd be like, Kate, we can't do that on camera. And I'm like, I don't give a shit. So there was some things, but I think overall it allowed people to see that bartending is a little bit more of a craft, that we give a shit about what we do. We have to learn a lot about history and culture and spirits and techniques. And, just like a chef does, we have to learn about all these different ingredients and how they work together and flavors. And that's kind of what I wanted to do. I wanted people to realize that we give a shit more than just, making a buck and getting drunk in a bar.
I really like that. And what you're saying is facts. For me personally, is resonating more because of how I was raised, right? So yeah. I seen behind the curtain, like I know what it takes, and I seen you guys be therapists and psychologists and best friends and fucking security guards. Like, I've seen every aspect of what a bartender can be, right? It's the nurturer, it's the protector, it's the
people
provider.
Think it's something you do until you get the real job.
Yeah.
People think that it's something that you do because you couldn't get a real job. Some of us want to do this. There is nothing on this world that I want to do besides being a bartender and owning a bar. There isn't. Like, I don't want to do anything else. I'm an incredibly intelligent human being. I could go do something else. I don't want to. And there's a lot of us that don't want to do anything else.
I think once you find that thing that you love, you gotta chase that shit. You gotta cultivate that shit. You gotta find it and love it until it kills you. Yeah. And I think that's the key to happiness on this realm that we have here. If you can find something that makes you wake up in the morning and be excited every morning that you love to do. Yep. bro, you better hold on to that shit.
And you
with
won.
Everything. You fucking won.
You fucking won.
The game you're talking about,
You won.
you fucking
That's
won.
it.
You found the cheat code, dude, which really isn't a cheat code. It's right in front of
Yeah.
our fucking face. But we're so blinded by all the other stuff that we think it's a cheat code. Find what it is that you love, absolutely moves your soul and wakes you up every morning, then you won, right? Then that's the true meaning. To me, that's the true meaning of success.
Yeah, absolutely.
If a billionaire can be fucking miserable and a homeless person can be happier than fuck, that should show you that there's a whole spectrum of places you can land to find happiness. And I think that's where the most success comes. Like, we're not gonna always be happy, but if you can spend your life at least 80% happy of the time, you won.
Yep.
You
As a
won the
business
game.
owner, I'm exhausted. There's things that drive me crazy. I do things that I couldn't imagine myself doing. I get tired. I get cranky. I wonder. I question. And then I wake up and I go, I am so grateful to be absolutely exhausted doing something that I'm passionate about.
Yeah.
Thank
100.
fucking
That's fire right
God.
there.
100%.
At least the exhaustion is coming from a source of joy.
You get to choose
Yes.
to do that. So many people have been forced into things that they fucking hate
Yep.
because they feel like they don't have any other options.
Yeah.
So,
Or it's what their parents expected,
Exactly.
or it's what society expected, or
so when you wake up in gratitude like that every morning, it really does light a fire under your ass, and it keeps what you're doing fresh. Like, that gratitude is so important, because if you lose sight of it, then you're just in the motions, right?
Yeah.
It's like, damn, I'm look how far I've come. I'm grateful as hell that I'm fucking exhausted.
Yep.
I am grateful as hell that I have to fucking edit this fucking footage that I do not want to edit. I am grateful. If you can hold on to that gratitude, man, that's a cheat code. We talking about cheat codes. Hey, I can't think of a better way to get the fuck out of here. Kate, I'm telling you right now, this isn't your last time on the pod.
No.
Anytime.
All right?
I can talk for hours.
Yeah, so can I. This could go for fucking 3 hours, but it's a Sunday, and I don't want to get Leonard in trouble, because we're going to start talking about
I know.
some conspiracy shit
Thank
here
you.
coming up
Don't
pretty
do that.
soon. We're going
Don't
to keep
do that.
Leonard off of the chopping block, right? We're going to keep him on the chopping block. Ken didn't say some shit that he didn't Google that wasn't on Fox, so this is a perfect place to get out of here.
Always end in gratitude.
Kate, thank you
Yes.
for pulling up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to come through and
Please do.
I've been on a sober journey for the past couple
So-
of months.
No,
but
You know, we
I
have
gotta
a
say-
shit ton of NA cocktails.
see, exactly.
That's a huge thing for us. You know, half my staff is sober. I don't drink as much as many people think. We have a lot of non-alcoholic cocktails that are more labor intensive than a lot of
Than
our.
actual.
Yeah, like we put a lot of care. I truly, truly believe that everybody that walks in their door should have the same respect and experience as everybody else. So if you come in and you have a cocktail, it does not matter if there's alcohol in it or not. You're gonna get the same care and experience as everybody else.
Me and the crew are there as soon as you get back home.
Yeah.
Hey, Johnny, come get
Yeah.
a motherfucking NA cocktail.
I'm
and
gonna
we
be
are
do it.
there.
I want to try
I'm
this
in.
Pasole too. Y'all
Yeah.
talking
Yeah,
that shit.
I know,
Y'all talking
yeah.
that shit.
I'm telling you, it's from me, dog. So if it's from anybody else, you could be like, I don't know, maybe not. But me, Johnny motherfucking James, said that they possibly have the best pozole I've ever had in my life. No fucking joke.
I'm not gonna lie, Adrian, when she was like, Johnny James said that, she's like, I am so validated. She's like that. It was like 2 years ago too, and still every time she brings it up, she's like, yeah, but you know. I'm like, yeah, I know.
And run it back, shore the footage, we doubled it down.
Nah, yeah.
I'm standing on business. So until next time,
Yeah.
respect the connect. Peace. That was a fucking bang.
It's Pick of the Neck.